Welcome back to Canadian Crypto News. Here are your top 3 stories for March 17th, 2026.
Asset markets are volatile. Do your own research and consult a qualified advisor before participating. Links to all sources used today are available in the description.
Bitfarms and HIVE surge on elevated volume. Yahoo Finance is tracking 2 significant moves in Canadian crypto equities today. Links in the description. Bitfarms, ticker BITF on the TSX, surged 10.6%, closing at $3.24 Canadian dollars. HIVE Digital Technologies, ticker HIVE on the TSXV, moved 9.3% to $3.06 Canadian dollars. Galaxy Digital also posted a gain of 8.6%, closing at $32.20 Canadian dollars. GLXY.TO moved on elevated volume. Canada is a top 5 Bitcoin mining jurisdiction globally. Quebec Hydro, Alberta Natural Gas, BC Power, Bitfarms, and HIVE are not U.S. companies making headlines in a foreign market. These are TSX and TSXV listed operations with physical infrastructure in Canadian provinces. When these names move together on elevated volume, that's a signal worth tracking. Mining equities have a pattern of leading Bitcoin price moves by 12 to 24 hours. We've seen this before. The miner's price in the move before spot catches up. Whether that holds this time is not a prediction. The pattern is worth watching. Read the Yahoo Finance quotes for BITF and HIVE. Links in the description. Deep Sea Minerals Corp. issues disclosure clarification. At the request of the BCSC, the Financial Post and Globe Newswire are reporting that Deep Sea Minerals Corp., ticker SEAS.CSE on the CSE, has issued a disclosure clarification at the direct request of the British Columbia Securities Commission. Link in the description. Deep Sea Minerals is a Vancouver-based company trading on the Canadian Securities Exchange. The BCSC reviewed the company's disclosures and required a public clarification. The full text of what was clarified has not been summarized in the brief, but the trigger matters. A provincial securities commission exercised its oversight authority over a CSE-listed company with crypto-adjacent characteristics. The regulatory angle here is straightforward. The BCSC, British Columbia Securities Commission, is one of the most active provincial regulators in Canada on digital asset and blockchain-adjacent companies. This is the same regulatory environment that governs every Canadian crypto equity and exchange. When the BCSC asks a company to clarify its disclosures publicly, it signals active surveillance of the space. Canadian investors holding CSE-listed companies with blockchain or digital asset exposure should understand that the BCSC reviews these filings and does not hesitate to act. This is the Canadian regulatory apparatus doing exactly what it exists to do. Read the full Globe Newswire release, link in the description. As spot ETF holders near break-even Bitcoin Magazine and CoinDesk are both reporting that Bitcoin traded near 75,000 American dollars, approximately 102,700 Canadian dollars at today's rate, earlier today. The current price as of this brief is 73,978 American dollars, or 101,278 Canadian dollars, down 1.2% on the day. Links in the description. Cointelegraph separately reports that a push to 80,000 American dollars would bring the bulk of spot Bitcoin ETF holders to break even on their positions. That level in Canadian dollars is approximately 109,500 Canadian dollars. The Canadian dollars conversion matters here for a specific reason. Bitcoin's recent recovery has been partly denominated in a weakening Canadian dollar. Canadians holding Bitcoin in a non-registered account through Wealthsimple or a Canadian exchange may already be sitting on paper gains in Canadian dollars terms, even if the American dollar's price hasn't fully recovered their entry. Every disposition, a sale, a trade, a conversion, is a CRA taxable event in a non-registered account. TFSA holders are exempt. Know which account you're in before you act. Read the full reporting from Bitcoin Magazine and CoinDesk. Links in the description. Today's throughline. Canadian mining equities are signaling momentum.
The BCSC is actively reviewing blockchain-adjacent disclosures, and Bitcoin is testing a level that brings spot ETF buyers back to break even. Watch tomorrow's Fed meeting. CoinDesk flags it as the next key hurdle for Bitcoin's rally. All 3 articles are linked in the description. Read the ones that matter to your situation. Subscribe at CanadianCryptoNews.ca for daily curation at 6 a.m. Eastern. This is Canadian Crypto News.
That's your Canadian Crypto News rundown. Do me a solid, like, follow, or subscribe. Visit CanadianCryptoNews.ca for links and analysis. Stay sharp.